one game away. Blow up. We're playing for something, man. We're playing for something. Just gotta mean something, you. They gotta mean something. Everything you got. Everything you got. Let's finish this.
Do it, fellas.
Let's go.
Let's do it, fellas.
Finish 2-3. 1, 2, 3. Finish.
Where would you rank this moment for you?
Homer-wise, it's up there. It's probably number one homer-wise, but
Got better?
no, I don't, because playoff careers has been up and down. I hit a couple homers here and there, but none probably that big.
You ready to make history? Come on now. Yeah. You know, there's these two words. And when I say them, people get goosebumps because they know what happens next. So without further ado, free smoke. Look, scared cause I'm drowning in silence with bad thoughts. These days I don't have nothing to say, man, the bag talks. I put in headphones on my driver. Pull up to the spot and give a good dick and Godiva. I can't lie, I'm uninspired. No more pillow talking about nonsense. I only stick around to put some band-aids on my conscience. I don't know why I feel so bad, nigga. That's what we do, no foundation. We don't build no more, we just screw. Half a bottle of Henny, girl, I'm going with the wind. The same niggas say they happy for me, ain't want me to win. So I'm done on my friends. Don't need help popping Coronas and reminiscing. I just call up Big Bro J and say it's time for venting. If I live forever, I hold this hate for some centuries. You don't know how much I have you doing what it meant to me, but motherfuck all that. I don't even offer up the time to make the call back. Stupid Lodo, if they don't get the picture now, man, I crop them out of the photo. I can't relate to my peers. Been doing this shit for years. I'm motivated by fears. I took the wheel and I steer. My sound not dictated by fuck boys in Atlanta. Stay gifted like this album was ghost written by Santa Bars forever, like they decided to throw me under Slammer. Every song's a hit like they picture me underhanders. I could drop 1,000,000 songs, but they never gon' understand us. Soapbox sermons for niggas never giving chances. Fight our whole lives to get these weak ass advances. Work twice as hard for the shit that they getting handed. And this ain't even nothing we chose, nigga, we branded. Still can't tell why all of these niggas mad at me. I'm trying to get 100 so I can put my team on salary. Give it all to the art, man, I turn my life to a gallery. Man, damn, what a fucked up masterpiece. 1,100 shots and I swear, man, I felt them all. If we ain't even good on our blocks, man, who can we call? Pre-decline state of mind, we broke crabs in the barrel. Got us fighting our folk, man, this shit just a life of peril.
Through all that turnover, through all that adversity, that one thing that's main 1,000% for certain.
Here we go again.
Height 6'9",
Wow.
weight 250.
Yeah.
Born to Gloria James in Akron, Ohio on December 30th, 1984. Really? And that is the reason. No matter how spectacular Kyrie is, and he's been spectacular, as long as I got him, I fear nothing.
He was born in a manger?
No, don't worry about it, Skip. She held him up because she knew he was going to be special.
There's no room, no room at the end.
How many other people named named LeBron? I know a lot of Michaels. Yeah. I know a lot of Irvings. Yeah. I know Irvin Robinson that grew up in my hometown. Yeah. I know a lot of Kyries. Yeah. I know a lot of people named Larry. How many LeBrons you know? How many?
Welcome to Kicking It with Saint. I just got done watching Lakers Timberwolves. I also watched Miami take on the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks won. The Lakers survived. This was it. I'm not even here. Let me get right into it. I don't know what I just watched from the Timberwolves and the Lakers to end this game. Some of the worst half-court basketball in recent memory I can remember. What's crazy is last year, the Timberwolves was the exact same team. Bad in the half-court offense. I can't understand for the life of me how Karl Anthony Towns can just die by the three or by shooting step-back jump shots, bruh. A 250 plus pound dude just jacking up shots instead of trying to get down on the block. Multiple times you got Austin Reeves on you. You got Dennis Schroeder on you. And you can't do nothing. Anthony Davis do not want to bang with dudes. He banged with Karl Anthony Towns. Wasn't afraid to guard him. Wasn't afraid to body him up. I can't understand for the life of me how in whatever year it is at this point, how Karl Anthony Towns do not know how to go down and get a secure, guaranteed 2 points. I don't understand how he don't know how to buy. Bro, I mean, at some point in time, you got to demand the ball when you got a small dude on you. Seal. Do something. You can. It's no way you have this. For one, the only reason they struggle in the half court like this is because they don't have a legit. Mike Conley is a great point guard. Mike Conley is a role player at this point. I understand he ran the show for Memphis a while ago. This ain't the same Mike Conley. This team not having a point guard that can get guys where they supposed to be is clearly a problem. This team not having nobody to tell Karl Anthony Towns to get your ass down on the block is a problem. Anthony Edwards, I don't want to be hard on him because this is just his second year, but he went like 2 for 17 in this game or some shit like that. Like, these dudes not being able to get easy buckets in the half court is a problem. And it's no way you're going to win anything not being able to score in the half court, not being able to close out games. Like, bro, they kept trying to get this game away until they finally gave it away. And the Lakers tried to give it right back to them. The beauty in the Lakers is that they do have LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And you would think at some point in time, Minnesota fans would be saying, oh, man, it's so good to have Karl Anthony Towns. But you're just not saying that. As good as a game he started off with, if you know this dude having a hot game from the three-pointer, you know he going to live and die by it. And that's ridiculous. I don't understand how these younger players don't realize just because I can hit a three, just because I've hit the three, don't mean that's where I got to die by. Like, let me get down and get point. It became a point in the game where this dude was just clogging up areas on the floor, bro. That's what it was. And then it's amazing to me that they was in this game for as long as they were, that they had a 15-point lead over the Lakers. And I'm not shocked when teams take leads over the Lakers. The Lakers, for some reason, start games slow. They're not a consistent shooting team. So if a team come out and is shooting the ball real good, the Lakers will probably go down big against that team. This is not LeBron James from years ago where he could just maintain a team's flow by himself until everybody get going. But to me, the Lakers need teams to beat themselves, which is what happened tonight. And if I'm the owner if I'm the GM of the Timberwolves, what are we doing? What are we doing in practice? That last year and now this year, we continue to lose games because we cannot score in the half court. We can't close out games. For some reason, we had 16. Bro, they had 16 points and 11 turnovers in overtime in the fourth quarter, bro. They went on like a 7-minute drought of scoring. That's how the Lakers got back in the game. And you would have probably thought that the Lakers went on some scoring streak and that they didn't. They were struggling to score too. Like, I can't understand what. For one, I done said it multiple times. I would have traded Karl Anthony Towns at this point in time. He is not Kevin Garnett. To me, Karl Anthony Towns don't understand how to win games, which is wild because he came from Kentucky. But he is clearly somebody who don't understand how to win games. He might be a catalyst for winning, just not on this team. If you are counting on Karl to be your leader, your best player, you ain't winning shit and you ain't going nowhere. To me, that is clearly, and I'm not trying to be harsh, bro. You know, the pro player show. But I'm just calling it how I see it. I don't understand how much longer you can continue to play this game with Karl Anthony Towns. He not aggressive. He don't play defense, but he can't continue to get a lot of fouls. He was in foul trouble tonight. Living down by the jump shot. When you that big, you should be able to score down low. You got small dudes on you, but for some reason you won't demand the ball down low. You can't find ways to get open. You don't set yourself up down on the block and post up and try to get points. Like, this game to me, and it's so easy for people who will look at his numbers early in the game and be like, oh, it can't be Karl's fault. He playing so good. Bro, I think the dude had 2 points in the fourth quarter and overtime. Like, the game he played was god awful. And then I understand you could say, well, Ant got to understand how to get his points and yada yada too. This is his second year in the league. And to be completely honest with you, it's not really his team yet. And coaching. What are we doing? I don't understand what is your job. Like, bruh, I say it in the NFL all the time. Fans constantly go at the players. But at what point in time do coaches, coordinators, GMs need to be good at their job? The head coach of the Timberwolves, you're standing out there for multiple minutes watching your team get lucky by get break after break to sustain this lead, but you realizing that you can't score in a half court. Hell, this team can't do nothing right in the fourth quarter, to be honest with you. And you just, what do you do to get this team back on track? Because I can't tell. A lot of indecisiveness. Nobody really wanted to get going. A lot of passed up open shots. A lot of missed opportunities to get people open shots. Like, this Timberwolves team, bro, I would be shocked if they get out of the first round, or even if they get to the playoffs, like, permanently, because this was a god-awful game to end the game. And this is how they ended last year. And it's one thing to end last year like that. To end this, to already be showing signs of doing this shit again this year, I don't even know what to say. And then when you get to the Miami team, man, the Miami team, interesting, because I will continue to say it. Vincent and the other dude, the white dude, neither one of them two dudes should be on the starting lineup. Those are not two starting caliber NBA players. They should be coming off of somebody's bench and not even getting big minutes off of the bench, because neither one of them is consistent three-point shooters. Both of them miss a lot of open shots, and they both miss a lot of big shots, period. Victor Oladipo not being a scoring threat anymore is a problem. Having to rely on an old Kyle Lowry to go out and get you 30-plus points while Jimmy Butler... Listen, I love Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's lack of aggressiveness throughout the entirety of a game is a problem. At some point in time, you got to stop trying to get everybody else their shots and understand that this game demands me go out and be aggressive right now. But with all of those things that I could say about this Miami Heat team, the biggest problem ain't none of that. The biggest problem is Bam Adebayo, like I said last year in the playoffs. For some ungodly reason, this dude decides in the playoffs, when they need him the most, to become of no use. He will stand at the top of the key, or the top of the free throw line, and stand there waiting to throw the ball away or to have a dribble handoff or some shit. He not aggressive. I'm tired of hearing this dude talk about how after in a press conference after the game, we got to find ways to get me more involved, even when other... What are you talking about? You touch the ball just as much as anybody else. You just decide to stop moving the ball every time, because you are a ball stopper. Every time they hand you the ball, you stop moving at the top of the key, and you wait for somebody to get open or to drop a pass somewhere. You don't even take wide open jump shots, bruh. One of my problems with Bam Adebayo last year was his lack of aggressiveness against the Celtics. The Heat could have won that series if Bam Adebayo had decided to be aggressive all 7 games. They lose tonight, and this is another thing. The Heat are not a great scoring team, in my opinion. They don't have reliable three-point shooters. You can't rely on these guys to go out there and go crazy every night. So when you are a team that rely heavily on defense and everybody to make the right plays and to do their job, for Bam Adebayo to continuously go out there and underperform in big games is a problem. I see people joking about him on Twitter saying he basically Kendrick Perkins when it mattered the most. I ain't going against none of those arguments at this moment, because it's 2 years in a row. Like, y'all keep hyping these players up during the year, and y'all ready to get rid of the old guard. But the players who we celebrate, like the Currys, the LeBrons, they keep proving, they done proven that they can get it done. Yet y'all celebrate so many players who've yet to get it done. You keep giving them excuses left and right. And look at what we getting. Because Bam Adebayo is praised left and right. What has he accomplished? And I'm not even a big what has he accomplished player. What is he doing to help his team win games? I can pinpoint to you why he was a huge reason as to why Miami lost last year and this play-in game tonight. Not only that, to have to rely on this dude to have bounce back games every time he struggled, mean that you always gonna have games where he struggled. That's a problem. On top of that, Kyle Lowry played more than good enough. Jimmy Butler did enough. Hero did enough to where if Adebayo just do something, you win this game. But I just don't get it. Maybe it's because he played down there in Miami. He get protected by that Heat culture. I don't know what it is. But and maybe it's because Jimmy Butler be the first person they blame when all of this hit or when they lose. But Bam Adebayo got to do something. He got to be better than what he has been. He is not aggressive. He don't hunt for his shot. And it's this weird thing where I guess these players, they form their comments to make it seem like if they hunt for their shot, they bad teammates. All right, well, just keep losing then. Keep rather having people tell you that you being not aggressive enough because you don't want to hear people tell you that you being too aggressive. Like, I just don't understand that. Wouldn't you prefer to die on your sword swinging rather than doing what he doing? I mean, it's a repeat at this point in time. You know he gonna get the ball at the top of that free throw line. You know he gonna stand there for a waste like 6, 7, 8 seconds off the fucking clock. You know he gonna try to pass some ridiculous pass that's probably gonna get stolen or not gonna really lead to nothing but another pass. You know he not gonna be aggressive and drop his head and try to get into the paint and score. You know he not gonna take that jump shot. It's a repeat right now. And Miami keep having to play around that. On top of that, you got two dudes who shouldn't be in your starting lineup. And now you got a third one in Bam because of how pointless he done become to you. So you essentially going out there playing 2-on-5 if you Miami. And that's not even counting when you got those two dudes on the court with Bam, with Victor Oladipo. Because then it become basically a 1-on-5 matchup. And God forbid Jimmy Butler is being passive at that moment. Then it become, how long can Miami's defense hold up while this other team go on a scoring frenzy because Miami's not going to be able to score against them? Like, to me, it's a crazy way to think you can win a championship the way that the Miami Heat team is built. But they continue to double down on that in the offseason last year after losing last year. That's crazy to me. I don't understand how you have a Jimmy Butler playing the way he played in the playoffs the last couple years and you don't go out and reinforce this team with legitimate proven players. Vincent and this other dude that's in those starting lineups, they was coming off the bench last year. They started tonight. To me, I love Eric Spoelstra, great head coach. You cannot outcoach mediocre average players at a certain point in time, bro. Like, we keep wanting these dudes to coach up. I just talked about coaches doing their jobs and what do. They need to do. I'm not saying that for Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra has proven too many times he is a phenomenal head coach. But at what point in time do you stop asking him to outcoach better teams? Because it's a lot of teams in the East that's just far more talented than Miami. I'm not taking Miami against the 76ers. I ain't taking them against Milwaukee. I ain't taking them against Brooklyn. Oh, Brooklyn? Yeah. I would take Brooklyn over these dudes right now because I just can't do this Bam thing, bro. I can't do this Bam thing. And I'm just fucking with you. I wouldn't take them over Brooklyn. Obviously, I would take Jimmy in that. But that would be a tight series. I wouldn't till you know I'm not taking them over Boston. It's so many teams in the East right now. Oh, shit. I wouldn't take them over the Hawks who just beat them. So to me, it's just too many. At some point in time, the way Miami's team is built, the results won't matter. How good of a team they are won't matter because they will continue to lose to teams who are just better. Because what Miami is essentially doing is relying on a team that's under-talented compared to the other teams around them and hoping that those teams around them that's more talented just aren't as good as far as like playing together, which is insane to me. Because when you look at how Bam has underperformed in the playoffs, especially in that Celtics series in this play-in game. The fact that he can become a statue or a non-threat to teams when you already have so many dudes on Miami that religiously is non-threats as far as scoring. And I think it's Stroud, Max Stroud or Stroud, whatever his name is. Like, to me, if Miami win this next game, I'll be shocked because I just don't think Miami is I don't want to say they not good enough. I just don't think this formula can work forever. Like, eventually it runs out. You have to get talent. You have to be better. And so, in my opinion, I'm not shocked by what happened tonight in Miami, to be completely honest with you, because how long do you rely? Like, bro, on the other team, and not to mention the way they got out rebound. Clinton Capella had 20-something rebounds by himself. So not only is Bam not scoring and not really stopping nobody, but the dude who he supposed to be boxing out got 20+ boards on him. So to me, Miami at this very moment, because they could have still won. That's what's amazing to me. Miami couldn't get over that hump tonight. They kept taking, getting the lead now, but they could never get over that hump. One of the biggest reasons, in my opinion, is just simply because of lack of aggressiveness. And I understand Jimmy Butler don't want to go out there and have to drop 30 every game, but at some point in time, it don't matter what you want to do. It's about what you have to do to get the job done. And when you realize Bam Adebayo is as passive as he is, which is just mind-boggling to me that he is this passive, and he get lost in the sauce this much. And it's nobody's fault but Bam. Like, people always want to try to blame coaches and the team and this. Bruh, you touch the ball enough to go and do something. You shouldn't have to have a coach draw up a play for you every fucking time you get the ball in your hand. You should be able to go and do something by yourself. You in the NBA. You've been an all-star. Like, when you was shooting shots in your backyard, you wasn't listening. You wasn't making up scenarios where the coach had to tell you to take that shot. So, to me, my faith in Miami is just very low. I think the course has run its course, basically, with this thing that they doing where, because how often can you rely on Kyle Lowry to have the type of game he had tonight? So, I don't know. And I know it's an optimistic Miami fan out there that's like, well, Jimmy had a bad game and Adebayo. So if they play good, then here's the problem. Jimmy having a bad game is not the problem. Because if Jimmy, you don't even look at this as a bad game by Jimmy Butler. If Bam do his job, that's the problem. Bam was bad in every area of the game tonight, basically. He didn't score. He didn't rebound compared to the dude who he was supposed to stop from going crazy. He did nothing to help Miami win this game. So, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some Bam apologists out there. Or somebody like, oh man, Saint, you hating on Bam. You gotta stop going at Bam. Two big men tonight just disgusted me. Bam and Cat. But I call Cat Karl, so. That being said, I appreciate y'all for joining me on another episode of Kicking It with Saint. Tell somebody you fuck with them. Tell somebody you love them. You can be anything in the world. Choose to be kind to somebody today. Saint out.
I got the moves like hot sauce. Lil' mama taking the top off. I'm laying down getting topped off. After this, she getting knocked off. I know she loving the money, so I keep on thumbing and thumbing. She say she horny when she taking shots, so I keep them coming and coming. Now I'm putting dick in her tummy. Scoop her up like I'm raking the something. You would think shawty red track, the way that she running and running. You getting dumber and dumber. You out here chasing the bone. After she finished from giving me dome, the Uber is taking her home. Tight.